I'm going to be talking about being bullied and my experience with it. It is going to be a little bit of a talky video, so I apologise in advance. I was bullied from a very young age until I was about 16, so till I finished school pretty much. In primary school, it was nothing too serious, but I was getting called names, kind of getting left out and stuff. When we had sports and stuff, PE, I'd be one of the last people to be picked for a team, that kind of thing. And then if I did tell someone I was being bullied, my parents, teachers, then I'd get called a snitch. My parents were actually back and forth from the school because nothing was being done about me being bullied. So then moving on to secondary school, the first couple of years weren't too bad because I had, friends, but they weren't really my friends, but nothing really happened, so, it wasn't really until, year 10 that it got really bad, year 10 and 11, so I started getting isolated, which meant I didn't really have anyone to go to lunch with, so I didn't really have anyone to eat my lunch with, which meant I stopped eating during lunchtime and that because I didn't want to be seen by myself, which then kind of led to me not eating at home, like my dinner and things, which obviously concerned my mum. And it got to the point where she needed me to tell her what had been going on. When I told my mum that I was being really badly bullied, sorry to have saying this, but she burst into tears. She cried her eyes out. She was heartbroken, I think, like any mum or parent, would be. And from that day, she did everything she could to try and make my life easier at school. So we spoke about homeschooling, but because I didn't speak up soon enough, it wasn't really an option because I was doing my GCSEs and it wasn't really the right kind of time to start introducing something like that. She set me up with a school counsellor as well, which really helped because I then had a safe space to go and speak to someone if anything happened in school, and they wouldn't go and tell anyone. So I didn't want to go into school because it was such a negative place for me. So I'd pretend to be ill and stuff, try and get, make up any excuse to not go in. So my mum would take me out of school at lunchtime so I felt more safe and so I could actually eat my lunch without worrying. And my family gave me some of the best advice I've ever had, and it was basically to keep my head down, get the work done, and get out. So I took that advice on board and I did everything my parents and my sisters, my brothers told me to do, and it worked. I got the GCSEs I needed to get into college and do the course that I wanted to do. So essentially I came out on top. Despite everything that was going on, I still managed to do what I needed to do to get to where I wanted to be. Now, for me, I'm very, very grateful to the people who bullied me, which sounds ridiculously stupid, I know, but they made me into the person I am today, and I'm happy with who I am. They made me a stronger person, a better person, a more empathetic person. you know, if I see someone that's upset or anything, I want to go and help them because it's the right thing to do, and because I know what it's like to feel alone or, you know, feel like you've got no one. My family, you know, they were always there, they were always supporting me, but I still felt like I couldn't really talk to any of them, and not because they weren't approachable, but just because it was a very difficult thing to have to sort of admit to, one, yourself, and two, to your family. Like, you know, you don't really want to tell your family something like, you know, that you're being bullied. It's a very difficult thing, but I can't stress enough how important it is to tell someone, even if it's not your family, even if it's just, you know, if it's a friend, a teacher, something like that. Like, one of my teachers, my maths teacher, he noticed that I wasn't coping very well with my schoolwork and stuff, and he knew something was wrong, so he asked me what was going on, and I told him, and immediately he was concerned, and he did everything he could to try and make me feel better and to try and help me feel safer within my lessons. And you know, he took it to a higher up member of staff and all of that, and you know, he helped me. So that are people that will listen to you, that won't judge you for having emotions. You know, there's a lot of bullying going on these days, and it's so unnecessary. Like, we shouldn't be belittling people, we shouldn't be taking the mick out of someone's flaws. Like, we're all flawed, everyone is flawed, no one is perfect, like, no one at all. And you know, to single something out about someone to make them feel insecure about it, all of that kind of stuff, it's so silly. Like, it's not needed. Like, we should be uplifting each other, you know, making each other feel more confident, being really positive towards each other. I can't stress it enough, like, how important it is to give your friends a compliment. You know, if even strangers, you see a stranger and you like their hair, just tell them, and it will make their day. It will. Like, I've had it where a complete stranger in a petrol station has turned around to me and said, "Oh, I like your t-shirt," and it's made me feel 100% better, just purely because someone, even though it's someone I don't know, has noticed this one little thing, just what I was wearing, and they liked it, so they told me, you know, and it made me feel so much better and more confident with what I was wearing, and you know, what my hair looked like and all that. It just made me feel so much more confident and more positive about my day, and you know, what I was going to do and everything. And I mean, I don't really know what else to say, because I mean, I don't think there really is much else to say. But if you are being bullied, if you've got some sort of problem, if you're really upset, feeling low, talk to someone. And okay, it doesn't solve the problem, I know, but it will make you feel 10,000 times better if you just let it out. Just let it out. That's all I can say. So I'm gonna leave some links in the description below to some helpful websites that have some good advice on. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed, or a thumbs down if you didn't. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you all next time.